Hey, long time no see. At least in this series, but I'm uh I'm not in love with the angle here and the lighting, but I can't be bothered. It's almost 8 in the morning. I've been awake since 6, which I probably fell asleep around like 4. So, not ideal, not going to lie. Nothing happened in particular. I just woke up really fucking early for some reason. Gonna have that sometimes, especially I'm getting old as shit. Uh, I fucking long story, but I was getting spray paint the other day. I was just at the local fucking Walmart, and they card you when you buy spray paint, at least in the U.S. I don't know how it is elsewhere, but they check your ID. And the woman there, she's like, "How old are you?" And I'm like, 27. She's like, "You don't look that old." She's like, "Yeah, that's the hormones, I think." But yeah, I'm aging, and I wonder when it's gonna hit me that this whole 2 hours of sleep thing just isn't gonna work anymore. I think I'm already starting to get there, but I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I woke up, watered my garden, and I just got back from a very brief run. Um, God. So today's big topic, the really interesting part. First off, I'll get this out of the way. I haven't weighed myself today, but yesterday I was 208 point something. So I'm still floating around like 205 to 210 thereabouts. And it's been that way for over a month, I'm pretty sure. Probably well over a month, if you don't count the whole thing where progesterone made me really fucking sick for a week. And I like dropped fucking like 8 pounds in that week because I was just not able to eat. And then of course I gained that back. Um, and that's where I've been ever since, is like 205 to 210. So I can say, roughly speaking, I've lost about 170 pounds since December 1st, 2020. Um, of course, this is going up July 4th, 2022. Um, I've made the decision, perhaps a controversial one, at least inside my own head. I'm sure nobody actually gives a shit. But I'm actually thinking I'm going to do sort of a bulk cycle. If any of you come from more of like a bodybuilding audience, you probably already know what that is. But for the rest of you, basically the weight loss thing has been one long steady cut for like a year and a half or so. Um, and then the other side of that is bulking, where you're intentionally trying to gain weight, most ideally muscle mass, but it's inevitable that you're going to gain some body fat as well. Um, I'm thinking about doing a bit of a bulk cycle. I'm not going to go totally overboard with it. Because I know some motherfuckers are eating like fucking 4,000, 5,000, maybe more calories a day. And of course, they lift for like an hour or two every day. And they're juicing and shit. No, I'm not even going to go off hormones. I'm never quitting hormones again, if you ask me. Unless something happens, I can't fucking afford them or something. Um, so I'm still gonna be on hormones, and of course, I'm not gonna be taking testosterone or, God forbid, anything worse like fucking trenbolone or some shit. Never ever. um, so there's that. Um, but I am trying to get like 175 to 200 grams of protein a day, um, which might be slightly excessive, but I just want to make sure. And calories anywhere from 2,200 to 3,000. Ideally, closer to the lower end of the spectrum, because I don't want to blow up like a balloon and undo a lot of the progress I've made. But God, I really do want to put on some actual muscle mass. Like, you see these fucking flabby little arms here? I mean, granted, yeah, I'm on hormones, but God, my legs are even worse. I have fucking pencil legs, and it drives me crazy. Um, I look like a fucking bowling ball walking around on toothpicks. I hate it. So, also, besides that, um, I think I did mention in the last video that I'm between jobs at the moment, which the search It's taking forever. I had it was sort of like an interview, partly like a walkthrough just the other day, and like they went as far as taking a piss sample and they're doing a background check and everything, and I just haven't heard back from them yet. I assume I've pretty much got it because I know my piss test is going to come up clean and the background check as well. So I think I pretty much have it. But the thing is, like, that was like almost a fucking week ago. Like, I'm waiting, motherfucker. I need money. But yeah, it's gonna be a legit factory job. And my last job, I think I mentioned before, was a warehouse, and that was already like kind of tough for me. I'm not gonna lie. I definitely noticed, like, of course, the other men there weren't struggling quite as much as I was because they've never taken fucking hormones. So, um, and it just, I know I can't. I feel like sometimes maybe I use the hormones thing as like an excuse where it's like, it's convenient to just say, oh, well, I'm on hormones. I can't expect to do as well as anybody else. But there comes a point where, like, a lot of these dudes don't really do any work outside of their job. And I do. So, like, I feel almost as though, like, I have really a training deficiency here and I'm blaming it on hormones. And so I'm thinking, like, I just need to work harder is the long and short of it. Um, that's pretty much where my mind's been at. And so yeah, I've increased the frequency of my lifting. I just lifted last night, which whenever I do, it's a full body thing. Like deadlift, squats, calf raises, bench press, bicep curl, overhead press, bent over rows, grip training, fucking everything. Every time. And I just did it yesterday, not day before yesterday, but the day before that. And then I had 2 days off, but then 3 days ago, or 3 days before, fuck, you know what I mean. I either go one day without lifting or 2 days without lifting, but that's it. I don't go 3 days straight, let alone more, without doing one of those full body heavy days. And in between, like, today's an off day for me since I lifted last night. So I just mentioned I was out for a run. I'm probably gonna do some shadow boxing with my heavy gloves on or something. Tire flips, I don't fucking know. Cardio of some sort, and maybe like some really low weight, more endurance focused, like resistance training. Like I said, like the tire flips are a good thing because the tire I have is not that heavy. So I can do that for, several rounds of 5 minutes or whatever, and it's mostly cardio. But there's still some, like, slow twitch fiber fucking endurance aspect to it that I think would especially be helpful considering that I'm going into like a factory job where I'm not going to be lifting super heavy shit, but I am going to be doing it for fucking 9+ hours pretty much every day of the week, it sounds like. So, yeah, I'm a bit anxious about that. I'm going to do it. It's good money, and I need money in general, but especially good money like that. Um, and it looks like the benefits aren't that bad either. It's just the work is going to be hard, the hours are going to be long. So I'm trying to do what I can to be prepared for that. And if I gain a little weight back, I can cut it later because I know after having lost 170 fucking pounds, I feel pretty confident that I can handle cutting back after just a couple of weeks of this bulking thing because I don't intend to do this forever, not remotely. I don't intend to do this very long, probably just a couple weeks maybe. Basically, as soon as I start cresting like 220 again, I'll probably go back to cutting, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just float around in this range forever until I can like recompose myself until I'm like 200 pounds of just straight up fucking fury and ass. that would be that would be quite a feat, but we'll see what happens. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it here. I tend to bullshit for an hour straight if I don't watch myself, so there it is. I'll see you around.